Good morning, guys. So today is April 14, Wednesday, and then we have a mini lesson today. It's about angle measurement. So if you remember from last week, whenever we use calculator, I told you to make sure your calculator mode is in degree, right? And I say you shouldn't use radian because our answer going to be different. So whenever we are talking about angle, we have two different units, just like the temperature, Fahrenheit or Celsius, or whenever we're talking about miles, feet, it's two different units. So angle also have two different units, radian and degree. Most of the time in real life, we're talking about the degree. But in math, like pure math, like algebra 2, pre-calculus, something like that, we are more into radian because it's more accurate. Okay, so grab your notebook to write down these notes, although you don't have to submit it because we have to know how to convert. So we are kind of like familiar with the degrees, right? So one of the way that we measure angle is degree, and then we are pretty familiar with it because we have seen it before. So for example, if you guys have 90 degree, we just write as 90 degree with a little circle. That's the symbol for degree. And we also know something like 180 degree, right? Geometry. And if we have a circle, the entire circle is always 360 degrees. So we know degree. We are kind of familiar. You might know if you took physics or some kind of science class, we do have a negative degree. So counterclockwise is positive in math and science, but clockwise is negative. So if I am going this way, it's positive 180 degree. But if I'm going to the other directions, it's negative 180 degree. We are going to talk about positive and negative directions more on Thursday or Friday, so you don't have to worry about it for now. So we are kind of familiar with the degree, and then we have seen it before. So now we have new type of the angle measurement, which is called radian. Radian sounds like what? Radius, isn't it? So the definition of radian, which you definitely have to know for the test, okay? Definition of radian is it's basically a unit for measuring angles in terms of a pi. So we will have pi in our number. Okay, you will see. So whenever you see pi, we are talking about radian. All right, so that's a new type of angle measurement. And since it's a unit, we can convert between radian and then degree. We can go back and forth, okay? So the angle made by taking the radius and wrapping it around the circle. So the radian is pure measured based on the radius of the circle. I'll put Khan Academy if you want to go a little bit deeper about the definitions, but it's beyond level. Like, if you guys are going to pre-calculus or calculus, you're going to learn definition of radian one more time. But it's basically saying if you have a circle, right? Let me draw a circle right here. If you have a circle, you will have a radius. Okay, and then we're cutting the circle as like pizza, right? Piece of the pizza. And we will have angle right here. And this becomes 1 radian because the radian is pure measure based on the radius of the circle. So let's assume our radius is 1. And this angle becomes 1 radian. Okay, so it's basically depends on the radius, And then if you guys remember from geometry, circumference is 2 pi r, right? So the entire circle, like the whole circle is 2 pi r. And then if your radius is 1, so for example, if your radius is 1, let me draw here. If you try to calculate the circumference, it's 2 times pi times 1, which is 2 pi. And this becomes 360 degree, the entire circle is. So just remember, for the radian, it's just different units. And for now, all you have to remember is pi is same as 180 degree, and then 2 pi is same as 360 degree. Okay, so please remember this. Pi is 180 degree, 2 pi is 360, because we are going to use this over and over, so you kind of have to know that. Okay, and of course, if you divide pi by 2, half of pi is half of 180, so it's going to be 90 degree. Okay, so let's take a look at some kind of conversions. Of course, nowadays we have a smartphone and Google, you can say, Siri, what's the 20 degree in radian? You can do that. But we have to know how to convert, okay, for this class and then maybe for your ACT. So to go from radian to degree, you just have to multiply by 180 over pi. To go from degree to radian, it's going to be pi over 180. So pause the video and then copy this, because you definitely need to copy this, so you remember when you do the homework. And then today's assignments, I definitely put conversions. So Wednesday assignments, I put 2 questions, and then you guys have to be able to convert the angles. All right, let's look at the example. You guys can pause and copy this. So let's convert to the degree measure to radians or the vice versa. So let's look at example A, 120 degree. Of course, you can say, what's the 120 degree in radian? You can ask Google about it. But if I say show your work, that's how you do it. So if you remember, going from degree to radian, you have to multiply by pi over 180, right? Because remember, pi equal to 180. That's why you have pi and 180 together. I usually cannot remember the formula. I'm not good at memorizing, but I'll show you the really easy way to do. I have a 100 degree, right? 120 degree, sorry. That's degree units. How do I know? Because of this little circle. So it's degree. So whenever you guys trying to convert units, you want to get rid of this unit. So since I'm going from degree to radian, I should not have degree after I convert, which means the units should be canceled, top and bottom. So I know my denominator has to be 180, which means pi goes to the top. So I'm multiplying. This is 120 over 1, right? So now 120 and 180, you guys can definitely use calculator, but everything will be fractions. So if you get the decimal, you have to know, or you have to recognize your answer, okay? So let's simplify. 0 and 0, I can cancel, right? And then 12 and 18, that sounds pretty familiar. I can divide everything by 3. So if I use 3 times 4 is 12. So if I divide 12 with 3, I have 4. If I divide 18 by 3, I have 6. Okay, let me multiply now. So 4 times pi is 4 pi. 1 times 6 is 6. Can I simplify a little bit more? Yes, 4 and 6. Even number, I divide by 2. So I get 2 pi over 3. You do not have to calculate pi. I want everything in terms of a pi, okay? So I know that's radian. How do I know if it's radian? Because I have a pi. If you have a pi, it is radian. Let's look at example B. I have a pi, which means this is radian. So I want to convert radian to degree. What do? You multiply. And since I'm going to cancel the pi has to be on the bottom. Okay? And then 180. See, that's same thing as this. I'm multiplying everything by 180 over pi. So now I can cancel pi and pi. We do not have a pi anymore. So negative stays the same. I have a 180 over 12. Let's simplify 180 and 12. I will divide everything by, let's do 6. So this is 2. 180 divided by 6 will be 30. I can still simplify a little bit further, right? I divide by 2, so it's going to be negative 15 degree. Okay, so that's how you convert between those two units. You either multiply by pi over 180 or 180 over pi. Okay, So today you guys have these 2 questions as your assignments. Once you complete, you will get full credit for the attendance and then full credit for your grade. So please work on it and then go to the Wednesday assignments and then choose the correct answer. Again, A is 240 degrees, so you have to convert that into radian, which means you want to cancel the degree unit. So you put 180 on the bottom. You do it. You have to simplify 240 over 180 by yourself, okay? You can maybe divide it by 60 or something else. And B, you have a pi, which means the unit is radian. So you have to multiply everything by 180 over pi. So you can cancel pi. And then now you have to simplify this fraction by yourself. All right? You guys can do it, right? And don't forget the negative sign. So that's going to be your Wednesday assignment. And that's it for today. And thanks for watching and thanks for working hard. And I will see you guys in next class. All right, bye-bye.